It's Gil and Fidalgo that are sharing the libero responsibilities. Gil will come in and play as the service reception libero. Fidalgo will play in defense. You're allowed to just swap your liberos depending on the strengths and weaknesses that you have in that position. They have free reign to come in and come out more or less when they want to. Portugal, of course, such a threat yesterday. Marco on the right side, but that was due to a lot of good work from Tavares, the setter. Plays in France for Rennes. Philippe Cavatacanin with the ball in hand will get us underway, and he's impressive. It's actually more or less the same team for Portugal. They keep showing what they're capable of in fits and spurts, but now it's a huge test in front of a packed house. First pass from Serbia, slightly out, but they're physical, but the first block comes from Portugal. Felipe Martinez presses well in the block, forces his hands over into the face of the opposite player. Yesterday, Serbia used multiple opposites. And they're strapping as well. There was certainly strapping in the early shots of Petkovic, the opposite. Maybe struggling with some sort of injury, but back to game, the scorer's table in play. Cover to Cannon again, it's a flat serve, fast pass, very tight. Balls flying around everywhere. Dorovic finding the middle. Kuzmanovic, the man to watch out for today for Serbia. Good timing. First point for Serbia in this one. Ferreira puts the ball on absolute plate, block out. Sorry, Simosh with the pass. Just holds the platform for what seems like days, and Alex gets his first points of tonight's fixture. Kuzmanovic wiped off, not quite finishing it with the hands. Pass way off the net. Two in the block for Portugal. Make a seal, that's sloppy from Serbia. Chance in transition, Alex shut down. Lightning not striking twice, Kuzmanovic. Didn't seal the first time. Didn't drop his hands on the inside, but you can see the late movement dropping in. Kuzmanovic with the serve, straight down the line, trying to force the ball to position 4. It's exactly where it's gone. That serve down the line, trying to take the middle out and trying to take the opposite spiker out. It's actually the wing spiker hitting from the right side this time. It's a good bit of serving. They're forcing the hand of Portugal here by serving down the line. Let's see if it happens again. He's going to try and work it back, surely. He does. It's a much better pass from Alex. Passes on an angle, and that drags the middle across the court before the setter flips it back. And it's a super spike from Alex, first one so far. Tavares setting butter as well. Alex into the net. We've seen that 3 or 4 times already this weekend. He goes for broke behind that service line. 3 Portugal passes waiting patiently. Petkovic. Almost exactly the same shot as Alex's serve. Hugo Silva barking orders from the side. The atmosphere electric here in Gondomar. 3 missed serves in a row, though. Doesn't make it the spectacle that the crowd want. Just 5 kilometres outside of Porto, Gondomar. It's the second time that Portugal have used this arena. Serbia, after 3 missed serves, find an ace. Janadic flying through that one. Almost 2 in a row. Setting from the Portuguese set to Tavares is so good. Spreading the play. The ball's passed from the left sideline, set right the way across the court. More super spikes. You have a feeling that Portugal are going to have their fair share of super spikes here in front of their home fans. Marco now, the opposite. Another missed serve. Marco really did grab the ball by the horns. Challenge from Portugal as well.
Okay.
Just suggesting that ball might have just dropped in. Hawkeye providing the best eye. In! The crowd love it. There's a massive roar as Marco and his serve overturned by Hawkeye. Game on. Nothing the Serbian passing unit can do about that. Just a hammer. Marco again, trying to fire up the furnace. They're at home, Portugal, and they've started well. They're the underdogs in this one. Battering the libero again. Todorovic goes to the opposite. Frustration for Petkovic because he has been nailed. Serving and blocking. Monster block. The crowd love it. 2 in. It's a slower play, giving time for the middles to get out and seal the block. After a slow start with a couple of missed serves. We are back in action here. Marco again, it's another big serve. Chases on for Serbia. What a start. They're playing with 0 pressure on their shoulders. Portugal! And they are firing it up here. Big blows from the baseline. Quick plays in the middle. Serbia struggling to settle. Petkovic has to go and chase that one down. Portugal too much in system. 6-8.
Dođe gore brzo, zato što su uglavnom u čitanju, pogotovo ne poznaju te, tako da ćete čitaju 100%. Dođe gore slobodno,
said pre-match that this would be a game full of emotion. Portugal would battle. Gerbich knows his stuff.
Mora da se pomeri pored desne ruke. Ne može da ostanem ja desno ovamo, jer ako ja stanem ispred njega, otvaram mu mnogo više šesticu. Znači ti se pomeraš levo, jedinica se pomera još levo. Okej, daj.
Well, one thing's for sure, last night Serbia were the underdogs against Brazil. Brazil have brought their big boys to town. Serbia upset them immensely. But this group here in Gondomar just could be the gift that keeps giving. Thunderous play, influencing the game, Marco. 3 in the block because Serbia are just spending their whole life out of system here this evening. Battle, joust at the net, they're looking for a net touch. Portugal, the referee gives it to Serbia. Challenge from Portugal. Okay, so we're looking for the net touch here. Did Serbia interfere with the net? If so, Portugal will be given the point. On the way down, before the ball hits the floor. Eagle-eyed. Miguel Tavares Rodriguez. Not just magic with his hands, but eyes as well. What a run from Marco. Comes to an end, but absolutely no commentator's curse there, because he's just 4 or 5 in a row at a key time. It's exactly what you want from your opposite player. Point scorer. That's the job. Serving the front court receiver. Tavares again. It's Bruno-esque, running that back set on the pipe. Quick fire. Alex is ready. He's going to get fed all night as well. Good speed. Blocker can't press. Kuzmanovic off balance. Two in the block. Great footwork from all of the blockers, and it pays off. 3 in the block again. Philippe Kavitikanin, the middle blocker, number 4 here, is getting across the net so quick. And that's the bonus. He's a slightly smaller middle blocker at just under 2 meters, but his speed is good, and he really does double stack on the outside. Timeout Serbia.
Ovo je poteškoća. Kad ste emocionalno prazni i kad ste umorni, a oni igraju u odbrani zato što su napaljeni, igraju kod kuće. Znači, ajde da probamo da budemo lucidni. Pa ako oni odbrane se na jedan blok u 3 metra, svaka im čast. Ali daj da ne zabijamo dole na dizače, ne pucamo u sred bloka ovoliko iznad sajle. Daj.
Well, this first set has gone at breakneck speed, really. Marco Ferreira just scorching it from the baseline. Shimosh with the serve on the front court receiver, out of system. Have to go to the opposite. Finally, Petkovic, who hasn't had the best start for Serbia, really does look dynamic here. Charges his feet to the left side of the ball, hammers it home. Battle of the front court receivers. What a set. Every opportunity that Tavares has, he's using the middle of the court. Whether it's on the pipe, he knows he loses the middle blocker if he goes on that back set. The idea is one thing, but the execution, another level. Kenin with the serve. High place, 3 in the block. They're getting 3 in the block at every opportunity. Serbia are really suffering here. Marco! He's commanding respect out there. There's some lost-looking faces here for Serbia. But Portugal are making so many blocks, so many defensive plays. Cannon again. Fantastic. Todorovic finds the middle from way off the net, and he's off balance, so he has to fire it with his hands. There's not really much body work in there. Phil can do the rest. Serovic serving. Marco getting fed a lot. Finally, he stopped. Not getting everything his own way. Koundit with a monster block. Great finish. Kuzmanovic gets across as well. Much better from Serbia. Sirovic with an ace. Here we go, seatbelts on. Portugal pull away. All of a sudden, Serbia start to come back a little bit. It's all a little bit informal at times, but entertaining stuff. Zajovic scoring when his team really need him to come through. 4 or 5 behind. All of a sudden, Serbia win 3 in a row, and it's a different story. 6 points so far for the middle blocker. Number 4, top scorer so far for Portugal. It's impressive for the middle blocker. 4 attacks, 2 blocks. It's a game for the middles, really. Kuzmanovic, number 7 for Serbia, the middleman. Also already scoring 4 points. To business. Pass is in a good spot. And as soon as the ball is in a good spot, Tavares really does link well with Marco. Ball's just gradually peeking out to the pin so he can come and pick it. He just pick it. Dominates it. Tavares will be serving. Low toss jump serve. Fast passing chance for Portugal. They're looking for a handover, not given. They can talk to the referee all they like, but no decision. And now they all go to the referee again. There's a touch off the block. Petkovic leading it. Only the captain can talk to the referee. There's some emotions out there. Animated. They're looking. They're saying that the setter was blocked by the Portuguese blocker. Gerbitz is going crazy. The referee is suggesting that the ball was already over the net. It was a very tight pass. Serbia toys out of the pram here. They need to potentially rein it in a bit. There's a lot of time left in this game. And as Serbia throw their toys out the pram, the referee gets his cards out of his pocket. Petkovic told to put a sock in it. That's how the point was finished. This was what the contest was for, protest. Make your own mind up. Remember, hashtag enjoy VNL. Good decision. I think it was a very close decision. I think it was a good decision from the referee. If you overpass in this game, you have to be prepared to be punished. Great passing. Ferreira feeds it to the middle. Tavares, quick to the pins. Marco! He's got the lot. From the service line, from the right side. And now from the left, he hammers the line. Brutal. Todorovic can't scoop it. Tavares, again, having a fine game. We look at the Portuguese bench. Technical timeouts.
Ajde da probamo da u jednoj akciji, ako čovjek skoči i ne prođe prvu loptu, da u drugoj akciji ne mislimo na njega. Okej? Da gledamo drugog čovjeka. Tako da ovdje sad, ako se zadesi ponovo, idi do kraja, zatvoriš paralelu.
So you can join the conversation here. Hashtag enjoy VNL. Are you enjoying this one? Portugal could go level with wins with Serbia if they can win here this evening. pumped up Portugal, progressing. Sijovic out of system. 3 in the block from Portugal. Pekovic just crushes it. No respect. There's 3 in there, but the sharp angle hasn't been taken, or there's a gap in the block. Can't quite see from either angle. Lubric, the opposite, who plays for Ankara in Turkey. And Todorovic, the setter, so no setter on court at the moment, 2 opposites. And that's just to keep one opposite serving and one opposite on the front court, but you'd expect another setter to come on here for Serbia. Marko scores again. Frightening stuff, Marko. 6 points for him now. 17-13s. Remember, Serbia love going to tiebreakers. What a watch! It's a monster block. And yes, the hands are incredible. The ball goes straight down. But he's blocking the pipe attack here. So it means he's watching everything. Stalking his prey. 7 points already. Kevit Kanin. Portugal didn't believe to start with. They're certainly believing now. It's another touch off the block, but this time off the outside hand of Marko. Those hands really have it. That's it. Left hand dropping inside. Four-point game. What a game as well. Alex puts it on the spot. Ball's travelling everywhere. They all look a bit sorry for themselves, the Portuguese, but they're 3 in front. Drovic, Pekovic change. Tavares just setting that one slightly tighter. Brings the block into the game. It really does, the tighter that the set is to the net. Shimosh. Tavares twice in a row trying to really force the ball to the middle. And it's too tight. Lubric, it's really strong work from Lubric because he's paying attention there to step in and help the middle. Timeout from Portugal because this is a tough run of points for them. After such a great run through the middle of the set, their momentum has really slowed down. Portugal tend to get quite emotional on courts. Emotions go up and down, and with that goes form. They need to try and hold their form here. They play really well. Marko scoops from Serbia. Speedy in the backcourt. Marko again. Marko is getting set. A large amount of balls here, which is great because he's scoring. But if this goes to 5, potentially he might run out of gas. Picking on the middle blocker, he's drifting due to the good setting of Tavares again. Gondomar over the past 2 evenings, just delivering in action. Marko, there's some celebrations there because of the service error from Marko. They know that's a let-off, especially at this time of the set. Marko makes 2 or 3 aces there, set over. Portugal take it. Simic, front court receiver yet again. Speed Middle takes the opposing middle, scurrying on. A little bit of pinball in there. Marco on the 10 attack. This time goes long. The referee has suggested that the foot of Marco went over the attack line. Where Marco was scoring early on, that consistency has just let off a little bit. You can see clearly the foot's on the line. Bruno in for Tavares. Bruno Cunha plays for Viana, the opposite player, so there's two opposites on the court. Oh, it's been a double substitution by the looks of it. Vialash is on the second setter, so they've got three front court options. Vialash penetrating from position one to make sure that he's a backcourt setter, so he's got all three. Go straight to the outside. Bruno, welcome to the game. Fired up, emotional stuff. When you come off the bench, you want to make an impact. Bruno. Kuzmanovic, especially when he's blocking out of position two, just getting tooled a fair amount of the time. Not quite finishing with his hands, dropping inside. Speed to the wing, sharp, but Gilles, athletic reactions, but waiting on his prey. Kuzmanovic, you tool him once, but you don't tool him twice. Just delays his timing, sees the slow approach of the spiker. Lubric, big player in this Serbian team. Back to the outside, trying to move the blockers as well. The pass was towards 2.5, towards 2. So the setter's just going to whiz it back out to 4. Alex out of rhythm underneath the ball. That ball's in front of you. You can really bring your arm through and guide it, steer it better. Lubric, good serving. We're back at 20. Oh, overpassing! Spectacular, though. Not quite the overpass we thought. Vialash just plucks it. Super spike. But Cannon with another monstrous blow. Steep as you like. Losing the block. Ace! 2-point swings, and look who it is again. Super spike, followed by an ace. Cannon, 9 points so far. A compelling performance from Portugal so far.
Jedina informacija je, ako ljudi ide s jednom rukom gore, neće je okrenuti iza glave. Ako je okrene, svaka mu čast. Ako ga vidite s jednom rukom, idite skačite sa srednjakom. Okej, ajmo, ajmo ljudi!
You just got to love this game. Serbia have a little nudge, score a couple. Portugal then nudge it back. Cannon, not 2 aces in a row, but they're going to get a free ball. Super chance here for Portugal. They have to stay composed. Alex, that's why he's the one to watch, because he rips it cross court. One-on-one, splits in the block, hammers the seam. Here comes the boom, but potentially the first set as well. For reverse substitution, setters and opposites changing again just to allow 3 on the front court. Todorovic, the server, back in. No middle by the looks of it. They go to the opposites. Katic is waiting. They've got their first 6 back on here. But it doesn't matter. Bruno's come on here. There's been a certain maturity about his performance. He stayed high, he stayed aggressive, he's not tried to hit steep, he scored. Portugal with their first set point of this one. It's been impressive. It's been a compelling first set here. The first set point has been saved. There's still a chance for Serbia. No doubting that. It's the second set point. And Alex has put this on a plate again. This should be it. Bruno has come off the bench. He's in blistering form. Portugal take the first set. Maybe they've surprised a few. They've been phenomenal so far. Serbia may be slightly hungover from that win against Brazil. Have a bit of work to do here. What a great opener. Let's have a look at some highlights from a set that we'll remember for a while. So much drama. Portugal have the wind up their sails here. 25-21 the opening set. Look at the amount of attacks. 18-7. Blocking the same, serving the same. More errors from Portugal as well. Not many from Serbia, but Portugal are putting the ball on the floor. It's the name of the game, really. Philippe. Cannon, number 4, the middle player. Small nowadays by middle player ratings, but he's so quick getting across the net that when the ball goes to the outside, he seals the gaps, closes the seams, and there's no splits in the block, but he's also scoring in his offense and serving as well. 9 points for the middleman. 5 attacks, 3 blocks, and 1 service ace. And the service ace was at a key time. Some nervous faces in the crowd. Portugal can beat Serbia here. There'd be 4,400 happy faces. Also, it'll only be the second time that Portugal have beaten Serbia. Serbia didn't qualify for Rio 2016, but there's been lots of press suggesting that they're building towards the next Olympics. There's the stats for you there. The Olympic qualifiers coming our way, European Championships as well. There's some big competitions this summer before they get back into club volleyball. The World Cup in Japan. So much volleyball coming our way. Slight delay, but Volleyball Nations League week 3 here from Gondomar, looking to get underway. See if there's any changes. There's a couple of changes already. Marco, nothing changes with him. Kuzmanovic is in the middle. Milan Katic, who started last night, the Skrabo Hatov outside player, is starting as well. Djurjevic, the setter, who plays for Ankara, is in as well. So that's at least 2 changes from the team in the first set from Serbia. Portugal look exactly the same as they should do, and they're trying to force the intensity here. Djurjevic bringing the heat. The middle player takes the opposing middle player. Free net. Kondic. Great play. Passes into such a great zone that the middle just takes the opposing middle player. That's slightly out of system, 2 in the block. Marco gets chippy, but he gets dug as well. 3 in the block. There's another change. We spoke about that one. Bozidar Vucevic has come on, and he's been shut down multiple times. It's a monster block. There's 3 in there, taking away all the angles. No chance. Vucevic. Alex with another feisty blow. More blocking. 3 in again. You have to give credit to Portugal. You know that they're hanging their hat on trying to serve tough and get 3 in the block. Get them out of system and then get your heavies up blocking and stop them from getting past. And then they're going with the hammer, but that's 1 back as well. 2 in. Kondic decides to sit off and play defense. Setting. Tavrash again. The ball's passed into position 3. Middle is tracking the play all the time, the middle blocker. Steps to the right and then has to shuffle back to the left because of the setting of Tavrash. Setting big lines to try and lose the block. Vucevic played yesterday against Brazil and really was a different class. Accessing the line from the right side. Brazil were taking big angles in that block. He draws the ball. Such a threat. You can see why he's come on so early. And now Vucevic going again, but going long. Bozidar Vucevic plays in Serbia. One of 6 players that play in the Serbian league. Not renowned as one of the toughest in Europe, but they're playing so well. Marco, in system, Serbia. So animated. Gil just gets underneath it again. He's moving and shuffling all over the place. Just watch the libero from Portugal. Always moving around. Kondic puts the ball away to the line, and the crowd are quietened again. For Portugal, Fidalgo comes back in. Kondic, after scoring previously, is back to serve. He goes long. Passes straight, slightly. Katic trying to hit that ball on the way back. The problem is when you're underneath the ball, your arm doesn't come through, so you can't direct it as well. Runs of points for Serbia. Costly. Portugal are back in front. And you'd say that Serbia potentially played the better volleyball here, serving straight down the line, trying to force the ball to position 1. Great setting. Phenomenal work. Vucevic on the 10 attack. Djurjevic manages to change direction of the ball. Angled in towards position 3 from position 1 and then flips it back. Something we see from the great setters, trying to shift the middle block one way, throwing it back the other. Alex, overhand receive. No one's communicating. Now they're in trouble, Portugal. Chance for Serbia. They're screaming that it went the wrong side of the aerial. Alex Ferreira saying, yeah, it did go the wrong side of the aerial. Tavares is looking at Alex Ferreira and saying, why did you admit to that one, mate? Wrong side of the aerial. Look at Tavares, number 15 on the right of your screen. Coach Nikola Gerbitz, Serbian professional. He's now the coach, but was a player as well. 2 Olympics under his belt, 2004, 2008. Just pay attention to Portugal here. They're very up and down, every point meaning so much to them. Serbia just seem to have a more calm demeanour, even though they're 1-0 down. 8-6 the difference. But we're talking about Miguel Tavares, the setter. Let's have a little look at some clips of setter. He runs long lines. Just there, the ball's dragged into position 3. The middle steps to the right-hand side before just throwing it back. And you'll be able to see, watch the Serbian middle player. He's always drifting to the right, and then he realizes, because of the good setting of Tavares, the ball's going back to the left. The hitter has a one-on-one. Two-point game. Portugal really have to stay calm. When emotions run high, you're either very happy, but it's easy to lose the body language, lose the intensity, the communication. And that's intensity, really. The body language that you create in your team. Front court receiver, served again. Katic pops it in, and yet again, Jovic can use the middle, just fires it, and that's exactly what the play is doing. It's a 3-meter play, and it's designed to try and hit the gap between the two blockers. Tavares goes back to Marco, he thrashes away angle. Jovic has made a real impression. What a set! No wonder he's running around like he's in a playground. Jovic, just like we saw earlier from the Portuguese setter, flipping it back at speed, one-on-ones. How many one-on-ones can your setter get your hitters into? Short. More opposite play, Marco. As we mentioned earlier, he might just run out of gas here tonight. Alex is getting involved, 3 on the pipe attack. That means he's watching through the net all the time. To the middle, great blocking. Kuzmanovic, what an angle this is. We're seeing everything from behind the court. Vucevic, there's a net touch. Timeout, Portugal. It's not quite back against the wall stuff here, but there's runs of points. That's what we're speaking about. Portugal are either going to run hot or they're not. And this is not their time or place. Hugo Silva trying to calm down the Portuguese players.
Tentem pensar naquele gol e vai para o próximo, senão se andamos a matutar no passado está fodido.
Substitute for Serbia. Zevic in for Katic. Katic, she's made big impressions, but that's a big impression. Because Manovic, Vucevic, who was instrumental last night. They're both getting their hands in the face of Alex Ferreira. Lights out. Substitution as well for Portugal. Kika coming in for Ferreira. Kika on the left-hand side of your screen as a wing spiker. Might get a play here. No, go to Marco. Plays it back. Marco goes to the line. Jovovic from Serbia on the back of Serbian court is really animated as well. Marco just slows his arm down and takes Pekovic out. Ferreira may just be disappointed with that one. Tavares, whose serve over the past two evenings has been really helpful for this performance. It's funny in this game that when things are not going your way, you start to miss your serves, and when you really feel on, all your team can start making serves at the same time. Tavares, Kika, who's just come into the game. It's a good swing, really strong swing off the hands. What a touch, Tavares as well. Chance for Fidalgo, it's another monster block. It's Manovic. Humongous. This game is captivating. Massive plays. Great digs. Huge blocking. Service pressure key here from Serbia. They really have just got their thumb on the pause. Kika, welcome to the game. Turbocharge. .110 kilometers an hour. Whip to the line. Serbia are just making points. Left, right, center, service line, base line, back attacks. Everything is swaying here. Serbia strong. Five-point game. And really, Gondomar is just producing. Steven Simic makes his presence felt. That ball going to position one, just trying to work the blocker. It's too good from Serbia, too quick. And this is really two sets with completely different tales and storylines to them. Portugal came out the traps. 100 miles an hour. Serbia just stuttered along in first gear, but now they're going through the gears. What do you think? Portugal, have they peaked already? Hashtag enjoy VNL. What do you think? Just can't believe a couple of changes have made the world of difference for Serbia. Vucevic serving now. Jovovic as well. Katic has come on and helped. Portugal all of a sudden look a little bit more limited because of the service pressure. Fidalgo passing well, but it's all a little bit out of sync. Kika is in a little bit too early there, or they need to speed the play up. Tavares goes to the outside point. Shimosh. Kika does well to get his feet back behind the ball and fire that one in. Jovovic pressing a little bit late. Double change. Bruno, the opposite, in for the setter. Tavares just to bring on a front court hitter. Marco will disappear as well. It's for Violash. And that's just to make sure that in the rotation, you swap your setter who'll be on the front court for a spiker and your opposites for a setter, keeping 3 front court options to spike from. Jovovic. Unbelievable. Really gnarly. No wonder he's getting a hug from Vucevic. It's one of the plays of the day. Goes 8 meters and it's right in the slot. It really is. Vucevic can access the line. And that's a good judge of whether you're setting wide enough or not. 3 in the block for Serbia. Looking for the hands. Shimosh, not this time. Access denied. Timeout from Portugal. The pressure is on in Porto. 4,400, just under, have been silenced. Must be difficult for Hugo Silva to really pinpoint the 1 or 2 main factors that are costing his team. Serbia have just risen. Gaining more control over the game. They've served with real power. Kika put on the floor, but he gets the ball in, but it's all a bit too crammed from Portugal. So in turn, Cannon is just trying to fiddle that ball away from the shoulder. Misses out. What a run this is, though. Bundic has really made an impression this evening. Didn't play so much last night. Out of system again. They're only going to go to the outside. Bruno hits the defender. Sivic! It's a runaway train here from Serbia. Sirovic hits the seam between the 2 blockers. Another change for Portugal. They're running out of really ideas here. There's a net touch somewhere against someone. Substitution. Renko Martinez finds the floor, but also goes through the net. Serbia have just pressed the destruct button from the baseline. Great catch. Gerbitz, the coach. Point for Portugal. Serbia, the world champions in the women's game. Likes of Boskovic, Rasic. And then just slightly behind, but far on their day. They can beat anyone, as we know. 22-12. Serbia took a third in Olympic Games in Atlanta '96. Gold in Sydney. More points for them, more errors coming from Portugal. Kika. Well wide of the mark. Straight down the line, trying to force the ball to position 4. Setting is good, but it's a huge, huge block. Zirovic. Unhesitating. Humongous block on Bruno. Set point Serbia. Jekyll and Hyde stuff so far from them. Much improved in the second. Fast outside, Kika. Super spike from Kika. Super spike from Kika. Sivic passes so fast, they're out of system. Chance on the counter here in transition. Lorenko. The substitutions are working. The first 6 get a rest. But the bench have really added to the atmosphere of this Portuguese team. Third time lucky, no. The dig from Vilas. And that's credit to the setter. He stays so low and still, reading the game. So as soon as Jervic makes that move with his left hand, Vilas is ready. Ball hits the floor, 3 saves. Jovovic, it's another outstanding dig. Lorenko again, Kika chasing after this one. This is the 4th set point for Serbia. Portugal just keeps scrapping. No net touch. Outrageous dig from Bekovic. And finally, Serbia have taken the second set. Lazar Zirovic does the damage. Serbia much, much improved in set 2, looking to win 4 in a row. 15-25. 2 completely different sets. Portugal was so strong in the first. A few changes for Serbia. Look at the difference it's made. Let's have a look at some highlights from set 2. Definitely Serbia's set. set stats. Serbia have gone up in the attacks. Portugal drastically down. The blocking. It's because they're serving so strong. No aces, but they're knocking Portugal out of system. So Portugal are passing the first touch way off the net. And Serbia are in system a lot more. Talking about passing, it's so key to try and get the ball into that front area of court. And Jovovic has done such a grand job, once the ball's been in that front area, to really move the ball around. He's setting long distances to try and lose the middle blocker. Look at the difference in set two. 58% of the ball in that front green area. And then he's setting long lines to try and lose the middle blocker. And here's a great example of the setter, Jovovic, doing just that. One of the highlights of the second set. Ball comes in to a very good zone. It's a little bit too straight on, but look at how far he sets the ball. 8 meters or so, losing all the blockers. Vucevic can still hit the line, and it wasn't even the perfect pass, but it was just inside the green zone. The whole game's in front of the setter, and he can pull the strings. Great shots, great setting. (1-1). What's going to happen here? We've seen two different performances, so we can't see anything now that we haven't seen before. We've seen Portugal play on point. We've seen Serbia be under par. We've seen Portugal be well under par and Serbia be on point. So it must level out now. Surely we're going to have a set where the scores might be slightly closer. Serbia have maybe learnt their lesson and kept Jovovic setting number 9 at the front. He's telling Kuzmanovic to get out the way on the setter. He can put the ball up from anywhere. Jovovic has been key. After a great first set, Kabatakani, the number 4, has struggled to get in the game because of Portugal's passing. Jovovic has made a world of difference out there. Width, back to the line, out of system. Vucevic, what an angle! Alex, his left hand, the wrist is around the ball, the line is really good. The penetration is strong, and he's really reaching into the airspace of the spiker. Ouch! Vucevic. A bit different to the one that we just saw in the replay. That one just dropped inside a little bit more, so he didn't have as much of the line. Kuzmanovic, who's been impressive over the past 2 nights, is shut down. Alex rolls the ball away. Serbia are getting involved in too many things they don't really need to. Gil is really irate back there as well, moving around all over the place, but Portugal just hang on in there and score again. Kuzmanovic going out to the right side, isn't dropping his hands in, he's getting taught numerous times. Fast plays, Sirovic. And all of a sudden, Portugal were just knocking the stuffing out of Serbia again. Serbia's last 5 VNL matches have gone to a tiebreak set. Sirovic with an ace of epic proportion. suffer that, Portugal. That's a blistering serve. Crushing it. Sirovic again. Kika, who started again, so there's no Alex. Sorry, yes, there is Alex on the right side. He's coming for Simosh. You can't see Silva dropping either of the Ferreiras for too long because they're the two top point scorers for this team. Kuzmanovic is getting some ammo his way. Drifting slightly in the block, going off the hands again. Alex serving. Another one missed. Jovovic way out of system from the outside. High rolling. Kondic again knows he's got 3, so he has to do something different. He can't hammer that one. Has to make a better decision. Kika. They're looking for the touch here, Portugal. It's not been given, but Kika. Fast feet. Robust swing. Certainly out. 6-3 Serbia are refusing to really take their foot off the accelerator here. They just get faster and faster, and it's usually because of the service pressure. Kuzmanovic doing bits again. 7 points for him, 3 attacks, 4 blocks. This crowd just had all the noise squeezed out of them. Kika. No mistake this time on the outside. Plays his volleyball for AJ Fonte Bastardo. Vucevic prospering off of the setting of Jovovic, which is why he's so happy. The libero goes straight to him and shakes him, because the whole Serbian team know that at the moment the heartbeat is the setter, Nikola Jovovic. He's just running the ball around everywhere. It's a similar play to what we saw in the highlight package. The ball goes in quite straight. He just whips it back. Long distances, gets his hit a one-on-one. Vucevic is a great player. He will score from there. We're going to have a little look at Petar Kuzmanovic. Impressive again tonight, 8 points. And he's improved as Nikola Jovovic has come into the game as well, but he's a big unit in the blocking and the spiking game, but he's also contributing with serves as well. Plays his volleyball in Russia, Gazprom Ugra Surgut. There's no bad teams in the Russian league. Technical timeouts once again disrupts the rhythm of the server. This time it's Vucevic. Portugal making their debut in the VNL this year after winning that Challenger Cup. After a bright start, would really have hoped that they could cause an upset here. To another win would really help cement their place in the league for next year. Kike wiped off this time. Got lots of young players as well on the bench. Nuno Teixeira has only been playing 2 years, the youngster. Kike fires wide, but he's 2 meters, 12 centimeters, the biggest player in the Portuguese side. Found randomly, picked up by a volleyball coach because of his height. Now he's in the national team. Lot of ball going out to Kike though. 116.2. He made such a difference against Brazil. Had Andy Leal out there, Luca rarely blocking him last night. Now Alex is struggling to get his hands anywhere near him. Alex, the service target, the front court receiver is picked out again. Alex is losing his passing control at the moment, but it doesn't matter. It's a rocket of an arm. All muscle through there from Alex. Back to 3. Cannon, who's been quiet in the second and third set, and that's probably because the passing hasn't been so good from Portugal. But the serving from the number 4 is good, and it brings an overpass. Phelps puts away the gift. Serve though, initiative straight back to Serbia. High fives all round because at least he got one back. It's a positive return from his time at the service line. Still pretty annoyed that he missed that one though. Jovic, been incredible since coming on. Kike, we didn't see so much of him last night, but now really coming through for Portugal here. Challenge from Serbia, looking for an attack line fault. Shimosh is still on the bench on the bottom right of your screen. I think it's just come on and given a bit more of a point-scoring dynamic to Portugal. No fault. Miles behind. 1 inches, but close enough. You've got those outside, those wing spiker players who play through the left-hand side of the court who provide passing stability, the likes of Taylor Sander, and also those ones that can really score points for you, your Andy Leals, your Leons. Vucevic ripping it from the left and the right. Lines open, good setting. Jovic is really controlling every aspect of this one. Consistent, fast, wide. Sirovic, long. Overpass. Kike again, of course it is. Single-handedly, point scoring for Portugal, pounding it. Jovic can't get involved in that one. Sneaky little look though. Not this time. Good though, Kike. the ball's gone wide. Kika again. Villash, the setter, looks to the bench. He's having a great time out there, Kika. Just getting up, thrashing at it as hard as he can, and finding the seams. Front court receiver out of system again here. Back to one. This is getting exciting. 3 up. This is more like the Portugal that we saw in the first. From the back set, Marco is back in the game. Portugal have risen again. So have the crowd. Marco's been very quiet set 2, set 3. They need him to be on top 4. Villash is still in for Cavarash, the first choice setter. He played last year in France, but is now going to Poland to play. Routine stuff from Serbia. Just seemed to breed amazing middles. Simic this time. Overpass. On the fade. Got too excited there, Kundic. The ball's well overpassed. He's made that decision, the Serbian number 10. And he's tried to backtrack to get his feet back behind the ball, to keep the ball in front of him so he can really dictate him. But that ball's behind him. He's not dictating anything. Marco. Chance to make amends for Kundic. 2 errors in a row for the big man, the outsider, the wing spiker. We knew this one was going to be closer. Something had to give. Kusevic back to the line, chases on Marco, almost into the advertising board. Heroic work from Portugal. Serbia with the free ball, second time of asking. Zirovic with another point. Point number 8, the outside man. We go to the technical timeout, 1 point game. Serbia in control again, but just. Some really high points in the last couple of sets. Really, Kusevic has been one of the ones to watch out for. Impressive against Brazil. He's come off the bench today. Scored 11 points already. The man who's played for the Buana and also for Novi Sad in the Serbian league is now making a name for himself. 11 points already. Remember, he didn't play in set 1. He's received a large percentage of the ball. Serbia. No wonder he's not signed a big contract yet, because he's still only 20 years of age. Formerly a middle player. But you have to say, his future looks as if it's on the outside. It's outside in the opposite position. Scared for a youngster, is he? Alex off the net. Marco. The big hammers are flying here. The big boys from both teams bringing the heat. Super spike. Great great shots again. The finishing position in the block from Portugal, really impressive. Vucevic! It's a great shot of that ball again. Jovovic just flipping it behind. The width is wide enough for him to access the line. Perfect setting, showboating with the spike. Vucevic. Dropping in short, Kika having to receive. Marco again! Head to head, toe to toe. Vucevic goes to the line and Marco follows suit. Width this time from Villash. Knocked out Pekovic. Gondomar giving us everything here at the back end of the third. Jovovic wide again. Vucevic almost knows if he's going to get blocked there and just chips it off. They played cover. Now he's out jousting Marco. There's a battle of the big guns outside. Shifting on the backcourt. Good defense from Serbia. Vucevic. He's facing straight on. His arm just operates away from the body. There's two in there. Alex is now put on the floor. This is the ding-dong. Levels increasing by the second. Sirovic. Every point meaning so much to Portugal here. Both liberos in the white jerseys give it stacks, don't they? Stacks of enthusiasm. Alex. Portugal would love a block defense, so it's very tight. There's a chance. Kika knows that was his ball. The set was so tight that he has to go after the ball here. His line slightly off, he gets beaten. When the ball's tight, the blocker should be all over it. Passing. Have a look at Hugo Silva, almost on the court, the coach, with every ball. Kika, who might not be blocking everything, certainly helping carry this team on the outside. Sees the hands, buries it to the lines. Really is. Close game, this one. Vadir Shkyra comes in, misses a serve, but it's difficult coming off the bench just to serve. Felch comes back in, so just a reverse sub. To come off the bench as a serving sub isn't easy. Lots of pressure, you're not overly warm. Vucevic has been probably the best player on the court since coming on, alongside Jovovic. Not this time. Kika got flustered last time when blocking Vucevic, but this time he goes earlier. He presses hard. He gets rewarded. Deep breath from Marco. See if he can poise himself here. Passing from Pekovic. Kwandic puts the ball away. Great passing from Nikola Pekovic. That's all him putting the ball into a good spot. You can see him celebrate to himself. Looking for the hands. Good passing from both teams. Levels going up here. Paintbrush from Alex. Chance on the counter. Transition work again. Sirovic going off the hands twice in a row. Two intelligent swings. Knowing that when the play is not in system, that you can't hit the ball hard. So he takes pace off it, looks for the hands. And again, smart play, good decision making. When you can't hit angles, you have to be smart. Timeout Portugal.
Prvi tempo, ni na dobar prijem, ni na pomeren. Reagujemo posle dizajna.
First set, all Portugal. Second set, all Serbia. Both teams have made numerous changes who have really produced the goods. This is going to be a good timeout from Portugal. It's a good serve from Serbia. Kika, he's trying to hit his way out of trouble. They've got 3 in the block. They know that he plays aggressively. And he's so powerful, but potentially this isn't the smartest swing of the evening so far from Kika. He's gone up to try and hammer it hard with no angles available. 3 blockers in his face. Substitution. Bruno comes back in. Tavarash. Bruno's back in as well. Vilash out. So 3 front court hitters. Still seems like it's a long way back here for Portugal. It's 2 points, but another substitution. Danilic out. Katic in. Experience. Katic. Ace! And look who it is! Kika! Who may have just been blocked out previously, but he makes up for it with an absolute thrash. Picks the scene of the Serbians. Katic just come on, didn't want any of that. Giga, 11 points. 9 attacks, 1 block, 1 ace.
Samo korak levo i pazite na plot. Ljudi, ako kojim slučajem pusti plovak, pustite u aut, molim vas. Daj.
This is a set-defining time for Portugal. It's a week-defining time, a match-defining time, and maybe a defining time of their entire VNL season. They take this one, and they really have got Serbia where they want them. Kika with another touch, but it's out of play. Set point, Serbia. One-on-one, Vucevic, exemplary this evening. He's been a thorn in the side of Portugal. Substitution, Libric is coming in, not a bad substitution to bring in for Jovovic to keep 3 on the front court. They're going for a blocker this time, so they're sacrificing the setter Serbia to have another blocker on the court. Timeout Portugal, they're running out of anything they can throw at this one.
Perché avevamo chiamato, ha chiamato lui time out, quindi si annulla?
Talking to the referee.
È la richiesta di prima. E io faccio quella, una richiesta, una soluzione.
Quindi non posso fare dopo.
Portugal need to find a point now. Siding out, the pass has to be good. And if they can score, they need to back it up from the baseline ASAP, as soon as possible. They need every single fan in here to stay behind them. Serbia serving to go 2-1 up. Simic with the serve. That's a jolty pass, it's an ace on Alex. Serbia rise again into a 2-1 lead. A win last night against Brazil, and they're flying again here in Gondomar. Simic at a clutch time gets an ace on Alex. Three-point game, and every single set giving us a different story. Portugal ran away in set 1. Serbia sprinted away in set 2. This one was a little bit more of a tussle, but Serbia a 2-1 up. Let's have a look at some highlights. There's going to be a few. Well, some stats of set 3. More attacks from Serbia again, more blocking than Portugal. 3 serves. Errors are quite close, but they are serving really well, Portugal. But also just the change of dynamic is key. They've managed to change the setter and the opposite. Vucevic, number 13, has really played well. Number 13. Sorry, number 23, 15 points so far, and he's teamed up well with Jovovic, the setter, number 9. Orchestrated the attacks really well, 25-21. First set went to Portugal. That was good work. They used the middle so much more. Kevin Cannon, the number 4 from Portugal, I think he scored 9 points in that opening set, and he still only scored 9 points now. So he was the main influencer of the game, and now he's not influencing much because of the passing. Simosh has been benched. Kika has come on, and because they're out of system more, they need more power on the wings, Portugal. That's pretty much it. They know they're not passing well, so they need firepower outside. And Kika's done a fantastic job, but he's really the only one who's been scoring. Alex started really well with 9 points. He still has 9 points. Serbia. That man, Vucevic, has made all the difference. Ferreira's both on that picture for a moment. Alex and Marco needed here, desperately. Serbia have won 9 out of 10 matches head-to-head between these two nations. Alex is the target again. He just goes for broke. Jovovic tries the impossible, trying to flick it over the right shoulder, but the ball drops inside. Alex again out the back. This is going to go one of 2 ways, really. Either Portugal are going to dust off these wounds and go again, or they're going to struggle through. Great reactions, but it's another point for Serbia. Kuzmanovic taking on the libero and scoring. Slightly scrappy from Portugal. Chances, good setting from the libero, Petkovic. Marco goes to the line, but he over-rotates with his body. Over-rotates it, misses out on the sideline. Serovic is chatting away as well. Jovic is sat on the line. It's quiet here in Gondomar. It's very quiet. Just trying to make sense of this fourth. It's not been a bright start from either team. Ferreira needs to come back to form. Way out of system here. Petkovic has to get out the way. Jovic puts it on the spot. No wonder he's celebrating, jigging around. He's found his outside spiker from way out of town. Put him on the net, and they've still scored from a pressurized situation with 3 blockers in, tipping around. Jovic has really performed. Kika the target. Some Hollywood setting for Vilas. Way, really out of rhythm again. Serbia should score. Block out. Grundic impressive. Jovic is, I say the heartbeat, but he's giving so much in terms of control. He's really feeling in the zone here, isn't he? Portugal are trying to get themselves back into that zone. Jovic back setting. Looking for the pipe attack. Serovic can't put it away. Kike with 3 in. And with 3 in the block, he's really struggling to go any angles, as is Marco with 2 against him. Simic. And Marco, 100 miles an hour for set 1. Is trying to rediscover his finest form here. Timeout Portugal. It's not looking so bright for them at the moment.
Estamos muito nas ações. Queremos pôr rapidamente a bola no chão e isso não vai dar. Tranquilidade, respirar bem, fazer as coisas bem. É o que se pede. E aquilo que vocês sabem fazer bem. Não inventem, tá? Vá. Ei! Bolas mortas.
Off the net once again. Kika. He's underneath the ball, but he's so athletic. You can see how much at the bottom of his jump he's using his arms. And with his arms just there, he's really bringing himself up higher. It's a bit of a rash swing at the end of it, but Marco. It's another play where he ends up on his backside. But he'll play every point from his backside if it means he scores a point and Portugal win. He won't mind how they score him. Drifting in the block again. Phelps. Serovic having to pass that one. Grundic this evening with 8 points. Has brought a real consistent performance to the outside. Serbia, since making that double substitution, Jovic and Vucevic, who's just skied one out the back. It's been a different team, a different performance. It's nothing against Dazan Petkovic, because he's been the top scorer for this team throughout the VNL, but there's a real bright future here for Vucevic. Remember, a middle player that's been moved to the opposite. 2 different positions. In the opposite, you have to be a lot more patient in your plays. technical timeout. It's a 4-point game. And Portugal, after losing that second set, you felt like that was their chance. We're going to have a look at Vucevic again. The 20-year-old has a bright future in this game. Alexander Vucevic has been the staple opposite for Serbia for a long time, but maybe he's got some serious competition here. That was very strong from Jovovic, the setter. Once again, moving that ball back across the face of the court, losing the middle blocker. 15 points. Remember, he didn't really play the first set. He could end up with 20 or so, and one player scores a set's worth of points. It's not bad going, is it? But Jovovic has also found him. He's put the ball in the slot for his opposite man tonight. Smiles for Portugal. It seems like they're looking at a defeat here. Alex off the net, has to go to Kika. There's only one option available. He tries to hit his way out of trouble. You wouldn't expect anything else from the outside. And hitting their way through to another point. Kadonic. Jovovic again is pulling every string available in this offense. The pipe being used as an attacking option. Quick play through the middle. Substitution for Portugal. Lorenko for Kike. Lorenko Martinez playing for Espinho. Sporting Benfica and Sporting Club Espinho, three of the biggest clubs in Portugal. Alex is back. Okay, maybe now Portugal have half a chance. They need the Ferreiras to fire, and they haven't really since set one. Wider set to the middle, takes the blocker away, gives Alex a free net. Simple play. Run the middle wide and give the pipe a chance to shine. Lorenko! Inspired substitution from Hugo Silva. Buries the sideline at high speed. Not two in a row. You can see why he's brought him on to bring some service pressure. Jovovic! Money-making material from the Serbian setter. He has no idea, really, where his wing spiker is on that pipe attack, but he finds him anyway. Frustration for Portugal, but it's a wonderful set because it's made that play to frustrate the middle blocker. Good return from Portugal. Again, a wider play through that centre area, playing to one. It's something we see all the time. It's there to try and hit that space between the two blockers. The ball moves quicker than feet. If you can move it quicker than the feet, which means you need good ball control in the first two touches, you have a chance. To feel a little bit for Kavitikanin, who leaves the play after such dominant first set. He struggled since then. Alex the target, front court receiver trying to take him out. The attack, Marco's back as well. Now both Ferreiras are flying. They're cooking on gas. Top scorers yesterday, both in double figures. Marco 15 today, Alex 11. More good form from them. but it's a bit inconsistent, and they need to really tighten up. Marco gets stuck in. He might be out the attack here, but it goes to Alex. What a dig. Godanovic again, and then he's doing some DIY on the pipe. There's a net touch. The libero has full-on respect for the number 10's defensive duties, prowess, and also power in the spiking component of the game. Sirovic. And this is Portugal in a nutshell. They do something great, 2 or 3 things great, and then there's a little sloppy error of communication within the passing unit, and it's costly. Very, very costly. They side the ball out there, and they're still in touch with a 3-point game. They misplaced that pass. It's a 5-point game. Serbia have really got them where they want them. Vilas to Marco. Width, speed, moving those blockers around. Brute force from Marco, the maverick of this team. Serving, that's a big blow to Serbia. They're trying to hit their way out of trouble. Massive opportunity here. Not taken. 3 in the block. Fantastic work. Godanovic again gets across. He's played defense, he's spiking while the number 10. He's also getting involved to block. No way through. Good luck to anyone trying to get past 3 Serbian trees. Great return, though. Phelps this time. Once again, Serbia will know what they're doing. Portugal, whether they can stop them or not, that's another story. Front court receiver, back in business again. Jovovic working the ball. Running out of ways to describe this performance from this duo for Serbia. Jovovic just keeps feeding the opposite. Good passing as well from Godanovic. Double sub. It is the duo that lead. Liberic just in for Jovovic. And now we'll see the other substitution. Gervic loves having both opposites on, one to serve, one to block, sacrificing the setter for that one play, but he won't want to sacrifice the setter for any longer. Marco! The almighty! High fierce! Gets one back for Portugal. Maybe. There's an avenue for a comeback here. Marco needs to be the man that leads this comeback. Another fast serve from the baseline. It's another point for Portugal. Lourenco with a monster block. But it's monster serving from Marco as well. The two are working together here, knocking Serbia out of system, giving the blockers a chance. But what a finishing position that is. Huge. Marco, 3 in a row. No, they're more in system now. There should be a chance. Dondic scores. Massive play for Serbia. And when they pass, they're in system. They really have the ability to side out quickly. Technical timeout, 3-point game. Nikola Jovovic, number 9, has been crucial in this comeback from Serbia. The man who plays in Turkey. Didn't play the opening set, but since coming on, he's made massive play after massive play. That back set to the pike, just dragging the blocker one way and then making him have to move back following the ball. They were trying to make the setter come to the left-hand side of the court. Jovovic had other ideas, though. He's been great. Good passing, middle's back in. It's an investment. If you can use the middle, it's going to hold the opposition middle blocker and give yourself more chance when you go to the wings to get splits in the block so you can hammer away at the seams. Not only do they score that time, but it's going to invest well. Lorenko, he's been a superstar since coming on. We know he's got a big serve in his locker as well. Width again, this time from the setter off the bench, Todorovic. Scrappy again from Portugal, and this is the problem that they have. They produce something really strong, and then that happens. Schoolboy error or superstar play. What's coming? Simic to serve. Second half of the set 3. Better from the libero, Marco. Gil, the libero, puts the ball on a perfect position, and more gaps develop in between the block because of that. Even on the 10 attack, Kuzmanovic, who's been a little bit quieter throughout the last couple of sets. Second top scorer for Serbia now. Vucevic, 16, still the top. Kuzmanovic is back in the game. Seems to have maybe a better relationship with Todorovic, the setter. He seems to use the middleman a lot more than Jovovic, but Sajevic. It's more good width on the set to access the line from that left side. Always going to give the hitter a little bit of line. Substitutions. Exactly the same. Vucevic comes back into blocks. They got double opposite, no setter, but they're looking for the block here. They're not really looking for a miraculous play. They get neither. Absolutely nothing. Sneaky. Violash, the crowd are coming back here. Lorenko pops it in, the middle blocker's committed to the middle spiker. Doesn't see that one coming. You can let the setter get away with one, but you would imagine that Kuzmanovic will be watching for that one now. Caught off guard. Passing into good zones. Width again from Jovovic. He's almost falling to the floor there. They're looking for the decision. They're saying absolutely no touch from Portugal. Liberic's confirmation of changing with Jovovic. Timeout from Serbia. We're back to 1. This one has all the twists and turns of a Hollywood movie.
Sejamos tudo muda, caralho, entendido? Estamos no jogo agora, tá? Vamos. Vê lá, atenção. Ele está a vir mais um tempo na diagonal, se calhar mais a de bola.
tentative stuff here for both teams. Kuzmanovic has been used from Jovovic again. Maybe he was listening. Again, that wider play. This time it's snap back angle, but he finds, just squeezes it. Sirovic with the serve. Alex just stays a lot smoother through the ball. Sometimes he really tries to whack it. Goes full throttle, but not this time. Just stays smooth through the seam and just almost guides it. It's a great swing. It's not all about hitting the leather off the ball. The likes of Sokolov and players like that, not always trying to scream it, but Alex has screened one from the baseline. The tide is turning again in Gondomar. Timeout from Serbia. Gerbitz has got the heebie-jeebies. Has to get the team in. What a game. Big moments. Alex again. It's another big serve. Knocking Serbia out of system. 3 in the block. No respect, though. Janic, once again, is showing how smart he is. Goes over the middle blocker by the looks of it. Jumping out of this arena. One-point game. Lorenko the service target. Marco gets tippy on it. Free ball. Portugal. This is so crucial. And of course they go to Marco. And of course he slams the ball directly in the Serbian half of the court. 2 up on him. Hits sharp. Foul is coming in for Felsch by the looks of it, but Marco, you have to have your point scorer in rhythm at these times. The changes for Serbia worked in set 2 and 3, but Portugal have figured out their opposing team again. Fouled it. Gets a little bit of luck off the net band. It's cool, calm, composed work. Vucevic has dug. He's been quiet as of late as well. Marco hasn't been quiet, but 3 in the block. Get a positive touch. Violash on the turn. More blocking. Simic. The middle player has the toughest job in the team. It's a selfless task. From left to right, right to left. Having to get across and finish. He teams up with Vucevic. Unsure who got the block there. Maybe Vucevic. But a lot of the credit there has to go to Simic for getting across, even if he didn't get the block. Gil gets the ball into a good zone. Huge! Fire! Electricity in here. It's going off. Echo just dynamic, aggressive, steep. Vucevic doesn't want any of that one, does he? No thanks. Marco, what a time for him to go back. And you can see, the picture tells us everything. The best server, potentially in the side, has just missed his opportunity to serve Portugal into the lead. Now he's on the back court as well, so it's a front court setup for Portugal. Marco's on the back court, and he knows, in the context of this game, he needed that ball to go in. Serbia looking for an ace challenge. Portugal is sure it's out. Gerbic is looking for a challenge. Marco is saying it's out. All to twos, 22 all. It's a big moment again. Marco misses his serve. Dunjic goes back, and if he makes an ace here and this is turned. Wow. Hawkeye, what have you got? Out! Clutch moments. Big server comes back. One ace so far for Lorenko. Another huge serve. Overpass. On two! Scurried, smuggled, sneaked through. They go on two. Surprise attack. Fortune favours the brave here. Vilas tees it up. Kanin does the rest. Change. Katic in for Dundic. Lorenko has really shown some great form behind the service line when his country need him the most, but he's off the service line. He got too sucked in there playing defense, stepped too far up the court, took one on the chin. Simic stays cool, calm and composed. Serbia, their last 5 games have gone to a tiebreak. Service error! Can you believe it? Simic just flops one in the net to bring up set point for Portugal. "4,000 people on the edge of their seats in this arena." Oh, it's a jolty pass. The pressure's too much. Can Serbia handle the heat in the cooker at the moment? No! Or there's a touch off the block. On the way through, this might go to a challenge. Isajevic scores. No complaints from Portugal. Initially, thought that one had gone out the back. Overtime. Jovovic, one of the standout performers this evening. It goes wide. Alex, no touch this time. Tables have turned. A gasp for air. Kuzmanovic takes a deep breath. Everyone else included. They're looking for a net touch here. Is it a move of desperation? Is it a move because they saw something? Or is it just a deliberate move to slow the game down? Put the pressure on Serbia. No way! There's a net touch against Vucevic. The drama. Incredible. One way and then another. Second set point for Portugal. Well out of system again here, Serbia. Feeling the pressure, but the out-of-system swing to make up for the previous net touch. Crushing. Vucevic just knocks defenders out. 106 kilometers an hour. Can't handle this anymore. It's too much. Serovic serving at 25 all. Who's hisses? The crowd is certainly awake. But Lorenko passes that one astray. 3 in the block. Katic. Kuzmanovic team up. And now the tables have turned. 3 in the block because they're so out of system. Makes it easy for the trio to work together. Alex tries to turn it back, denied. Timeout Portugal.
As bolas mais altas não vão para baixo, tá? Logo está bem montada, é como aquela tua, é preferível mãos fora. Tá? É mais que então vamos fazer mais pontos aí. Tá? A recepção vai sair, vamos fazer pontos. Tá?
Nemoj da ideš desno. Udara ovako ka 6-5, znači ostaju u šestici ili ako ne, korak, ako ostane jedan blok. Zatvaramo paralelu ovome 4, daj!
The bonus here is that Portugal have really improved again. It's a good start from them. Serbia made lots of changes set two, they were strong. But this is Portugal upping their level again as well. First match point for Serbia. Sirovic serving. 4,000 people wanting him to miss, and he has missed. Great timeout from Silva. That's the coach's point, that one. Pressure is a funny thing. Jovovic just laughing. He's played in multiple big games for his country. Alex into the net as well. That missed serve completely burst the balloon here for Portugal. It's another match point. Kuzmanovic, 12 points this evening already. One service ace on the front court receiver, Lourenco. They need this one, Portugal. Alex is back again. He might miss his serve, but he doesn't miss on the pipe attack. Portugal live to fight another point. Super spike. This is deadly. Back set again, the middle, takes the middle. Katic one-on-one, trying to help his blockers out, but two missed serves in a row from Portugal. Goes without saying. This time of the game, can't miss your serves. Third set point. Vucevic has been incredible since coming off the bench in set two. Lourenco, it's tight. And he's given it off the hands and out. There may be a challenge here. Lourenco is sure that it's hit the hands and then gone out of play. The referee has given the point.
I say out, because he told you that, but you have the video challenge. What I watch is
We have to listen
he
in
tossed
here.
the ball to the antenna. It's what I saw. You call the challenge.
I think on first looks, the referee says it's out, so he says there's no touch. The ball hit the net and went out of play.
Not me.
The ball's so tight that Lourenco decided to go off the hands because the ball was so tight. He couldn't hit the ball. The referee saying, I didn't call the challenge. Portugal have this challenge. Was the ball out or did it take a touch off the hands? Nobody can watch. It's unbearable. The coach, Hugo Silva, looks calm. But his pulse, his heart rate, will be very, very quick. Do Serbia win the game 29-27? Or do we go again? The game's over to the referee. The challenge is from Portugal. Have they got another life?
Okay.
The decision is taking days. It's taking days because it's so crucial. Portugal, potentially, their whole season relying on this. Was there a touch? The crowd seemed to think so. Definitely there's a touch. Denied. It's a great challenge. Jovovic, unsure. Can they challenge a challenge? Absolutely not. Unbelievable. Serbia were sure they had taken the game. Portugal need a win here. This is a big, big week for them. They're playing at home, in front of home crowd, having been promoted through winning the Challenge Cup last year. The resurrection here. Marco, what's he got? He's got an ace! Incredible scenes! The challenge is overturned! And then Marco just goes back at clutch time with the hammer. Hold on tight. Marco going again. Just a moment to go. Serbia had thought they had won it. Marco goes long. We are well in overtime here. It's well past bedtime. But it's the weekend. 29, Katic serving. It's just a float serve, trying to put the pressure on to the opponents. Chance in transition. Serbia, this is humongous. Sajovic feeling the pressure just with the roll shot. Both teams trying not to lose, but they've got to really want to win. Lourenko. Sajovic knows he's had multiple opportunities there. One in offense, one in defense as well. Set point. Another one. Lourenko, he has a great jump serve as well. It's an absolute rocket. This is the best chance Portugal have had to take this set, but they hit out of system well. What are we watching? Isajevic just shows that he's full of confidence. Set point down to hit 4 meters off the net and go off the hands. Something has to give, surely. Alex is the service target. 2 in the block. Now they're scurrying everywhere. Back to Alex, off the net. What a set! Bielash, facing position 2, just whips it back. Surprises everyone in the Serbian team. Almost surprises Alex himself. Majestic. Another set point for Portugal. They're in system though, but it's so tight. There we have it. We go to a tiebreaker. Serbia thought they had this won at 29-27. Challenge overturned. Portugal take it. 32-30. We go to a tiebreak. And this is so crucial in the context of Portugal's season in the VNL. So many highlights coming our way. What a set. Took them 4 set points to close it. Serbia have been rocked. Highlights here from Gondomar. coin toss taking place for the tiebreak. Stats from set 4. More attacks from Portugal, blocking stronger from Serbia. 4 aces from Portugal. Still can't get my mind around that previous set. 32-30. The first 3 sets, just the calm before the storm. Final sets to 15, 2 clear again. Teams will change at 8 points. The Scarfs are up high now. They're a proud nation, even on the worst of performances, but their team doing such a great job for their country. It's a historic night. It's a night that everyone will remember, just for the challenge in the previous set. So down the line, trying to force it to position 4, flips it back. Alex takes the chin off of Krizmanovic. Lines left open, good setting. Ball drifts to 3, moving the middle blocker, then back to 2 again. Big moments because Alex is a hefty server. Passing, perfect from Serbia. High level, good serving. Vucevic puts the ball on the spot. Vucevic, clean side-out play. It's very good level volleyball, that, from everyone. Boos and hisses. Vucevic, top scorer this evening, 21 points. Marco, 20. Battle of the opposites. Marco's played almost a whole set more than Vucevic as well. There's an ace from Vucevic. Point 22, and with it goes some hopes and dreams of Portugal, but they know they're never defeated out here. Vucevic again. 2 in a row! Incredible! And the noise has dropped here in Gondomar. The 20-year-old is taking matters into his own hands here. He's got the attitude of, let's get this done, and let's get this done quickly. Timeout Portugal. You can see why. 2 sets all, 4-1 in the tiebreak. Vucevic, ripping it.
Metam a mão no ar, fazemos o resto. Chegamos para isso, vai.
Kao kad radimo one vežbe za blok sa stolova. Samo na njega ravno ovamo. Simela, dokle stigneš, ako ne stigneš u četvorku, tu prebaci ruku. Doći on do tebe, okej? Gledaj ovamo da li je Simela zatvorio ili nije, idi na dugu dijagonalu. Daj!
Vucevic. Timeout's been called to disrupt his momentum, his concentration. What's he got? Vucevic into the net. Great timeout. Just like in the previous set. There's a missed serve after Hugo Silva calls the timeout. Still 2 behind from Portugal. Serbia will be wanting to change ends at 8 as soon as possible with as big a lead as they can muster. Oh, there's so much pressure, and when pressure's involved, the first thing to falter is the first pass. Blocking is back in. Free net. Said it can it. 13 points on the super spike. Free net, free gift, hammered. We could be here all night long. In system, wide set, seams are open, splits in the block. Vucevic, Jovovic have just teamed up so well. Again, long distances on the set, looking to find the gaps in the block. Good passing into good zones. Marco's back, but he's long. The difference here, the opposite from Serbia, is finding the floor. Vucevic has gone ace and a kill. Marco goes out the back, but they're looking for a block touch. Challenge. Referees under great pressure here. Serbia are looking to keep this winning run going after beating Brazil yesterday. But this is the 6th match in a row for Serbia that's gone to a decider. Touch or no touch? You can see for yourself, no touch at all. This will be the 4th win in a row for Serbia. 6th game in a row that's gone to 5. Incredible. 6-3 up. Managed to serve. He's done well this evening. Alex passing out of system. There should be a blocker up there, but he's a little bit slow getting out. Simic. There was never a middle attack. Could have potentially have released a little bit earlier to get out. Has really impressed. It's been a team effort for Portugal. Alex, Shimosh started outside. Lorenko, Kika as well played, scored 11 points. It doesn't seem like Kika's been on the court for a long time. High plays inside, Vucevic pulling off the middle blocker who's drifting around a little bit. If you are just joining us, Portugal started so well. Vucevic started on the bench. Jovovic also, the setter, didn't start. They've come on, they've changed the game in sets 2, 3 and the start of 4, but then Portugal have just fought back. Served well. Lorenko's really made an appearance, but Vucevic, the difference right here. Jovovic is just feeding and feeding. It's okay, he's hungry. He will just keep helping himself. This buffet of points off the hands of Lorenko. Change of ends. That end of the previous set. (29-27). Serbia had won it until the challenge came out from Portugal. Overturned. Now 8-4. Alex in system. Lorenko! Kuzmanovic, high fives! Gerbic, the coach, happy with that one. Releasing early, not really worrying about the pipe attack, shifting over, getting closure. Game over maybe now. Portugal have been courageous throughout. Tavares and Marco change. Bruno on the outside also changing, coming in. Reverse set through the middle, moving the blocker, trying to find the gaps between the blockers. cannon. And when he's playing, Portugal are playing too. In sets 2 and 3, they just really couldn't pass well enough to use the middle. Just a gasp for Lorenko because he's realizing quickly how crucial his serve is to this team, and if he misses it, they're under pressure again from the service line. Jovovic, one of the best players of the evening. For me personally, with an ace on Alex. No stability in the legs. Time out to Portugal. Have to keep your shoulders behind the ball when you're passing it, track it all the way back. He gets caught so high there. 11-5. All that hard work for Portugal. Serbia have stayed serious here. The focus, really good. China still rock bottom of the table. No matter what happened this evening, they're desperate for a win, as are Australia. Back to this 4 will do it for Serbia. Alex stays smooth. It's a great read. There's no block there, so Petkovic just steps up. One back. Monster block, but they need another 5 or 6 to get back into this game. Service pressure in abundance needed. Vucevic has been stopped, but he's well out of rhythm there. He's expecting his team to cover him. Another miss serve. With another miss serves, go the hopes and dreams of Portugal and their fans in the crowd. Serovic makes way. Okolic comes in. He started yesterday against Brazil. Just coming in to serve. It's a good serve as well. Lorenko puts it into a good zone. Bruno charges his feet to the inside of the ball and hammers the line away. Off the body swing, line's open, taken. It's all in the feet and the arm. Fades it away. No biggie to him though. Vucevic is into pass again. Vucevic has to set. It's a bit sloppy, but it's poor first 2 touches here. Back to the line, looking for the decision, Serbia, but it's not being given. They reckon it's in. There could be a challenge here. There's a little bit of life left in this one. Just a moment ago, we thought this was over. We thought it was buried. Portugal are just showing their character again, as they have done all evening. I don't know when they're beaten. In. The ball is in. Great challenge. Another one overturned. And now maybe Portugal's hopes gone. Done and dusted. Four-point game. Now a 6-point game because of that challenge. 2 points will do it. Kuzmanovic going after Lorenko again. Showboat setting. Bruno. There we go. Everything is super spike at the moment for Portugal. Alex serving, needs multiple aces. They need a block here, they need a defense desperately. Not taken. Thunderous. Vucevic. Match point for Serbia, surely. They've learnt their lesson here. And look who's serving. Vucevic. Scored 27 points this evening since coming on in the second set to the outside. Lourenko, block out. There's one save. Three up again, taking the angles away. Back in. Another match point for Serbia. They thought they had won it in the previous set before the challenge went against them, but this set might just be different. Here's their biggest chance. Free ball. Back to the opposite. He's been incredible. Vucevic puts the game to bed. Serbia have won 4 games in a row, and they've all been in 5 sets. They love the tiebreaker, but it's a great performance. Gondomar delivers again. Serbia win again. A win against Brazil last night here in the same arena, and a win against the hosts here. 15-9 in the tiebreak. Portugal can be so proud of their performance as well. One of the games of the week, surely. Handshakes all round. What an exhibition, what an advert for the sport. Comfortable in the third for Serbia. Tiebreak set that didn't quite match the 4th set and the ending of that set, but standout performances. Vucevic, the setter, Jovovic, who came on as well in the second. 20 points for Marco, 8 short of Vucevic from Serbia. Could be where the game was won and lost. The opposite player from Serbia, incredible this evening. He's won over a set by himself. As we have another look at match point. Vucevic, the middle's committed, he's one-on-one. He buries the gap between the block. Easy pickings. A 20-year-old who used to play in the middle, to play for Novashad and Ljubljana. But now, the young man playing opposite. It's a force to be reckoned with. Pats on the backs all round. Well, the stats from this entire match, more attacks from Portugal. The blocking and the serving better from Serbia. They complement each other. You get more blocks if you serve well. More errors from Portugal as well. But the blocks and the serves are crucial there because they've knocked them out of system to create the blocks as well from the service line. Svorkai provide us with the best stats. So we'll have a look at the setter distribution. Good work to the middle. That's the pipe attack as well as the quicker attacks. Really working the opposite this evening. Vucevic, 28 points, 43% of the ball. Well, sometimes a wing spiker, certain rotations, attacks through that half of the court, but Vucevic, incredible. What a day in the VNL, really. Wins for the USA, a win for Argentina against France, in France. Brazil beat China 3-0. Serbia have just squeezed past Portugal. The Argentina result, the surprise of the day. Wins for Italy, Japan against Bulgaria, who are struggling in Varna. A win for Russia against Canada, and a great win for Iran against the world champions Poland, in what was an epic game if you get to have a look at that one. So the standings of the VNL, well, Brazil losing yesterday has cost them. They're down to third. Iran are at the top, Russia in second, France are in fourth, with Brazil obviously in third. Italy in 6th. With the top 5 in the hosts going through to the final, it's exciting stuff. At the bottom, China, they need to win tomorrow. Australia also in search of a win as well, but Serbia now stay in 9th place, but they're comfortable from relegation and they're pushing and looking more towards the top of the table. 4 in a row after losing the opening 4 games for Serbia. Well, what a day here from the VNL. That's all we've got time for. But please come back tomorrow where we have some more great volleyballing action. But from us, thank you for being part of the game.